But I want to welcome everybody to my channel, The Candy Shop. I am so excited. The Candy Shop. So this is my story time, The Candy Shop. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Champagne and Things. I'm Candiace.
I'm so debonair.
Yes, it's Champagne and Things where we need to get into it. We need to have actually our own little theme song for this show versus each other's.
Well, me and Sonny were asking about how much we love your intro.
Y'all do, and that was.
I like it was like this is Candy and this is my story time. I love the whole vibe of it.
You know, if people can go back, if y'all watch my very first video, my cousin took clips of me speaking from that video. Because the video is like, "Hello and welcome to the Candy Shop." Like,
you know, my theme song. When I was doing radio stuff, this guy made a song about it. My name.
Oh.
He was like, "Use this for your show and stuff." So I did. So I've used it. I've had that since like 2009.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. I like yours. But hello to Pisces. Hi, Nikki Poo.
Hey, Nikki Poo.
Hey, Sharon. And you guys can actually, it should show the option to Cash App now because I've turned it. I mean, not Cash App, Super Chat. I turned it on. I was lost the other day. I didn't know what I was doing. Hi, Powerful. Hey, Evangelist Val. Hey, Yaya Cat. And yes, thank you for the candy in the chat, the candy and the champagne. Hey, girl. Hey, DT.
What's up, DT?
And Sharon. And hey, Connie B.
Hey, Connie B.
So yes, we are going to get into it. So we're starting off with the game. So the game is apparently returning. In the article that I read, not all of the cast will be back. Right. But it's gonna focus. It seems like it's gonna focus on. Remember Brit Brat, whatever they used to call her. She's it's focused around her. So I don't know. Is she gonna be an adult or a teenager?
Yeah, because I think she has a friend now.
Yeah,
so she's gonna be a part. But I thought it was focused on like the Pitts and Malik and Tasha Mack.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct. But it seemed like for her to have a friend on the show, it seems like she's gonna be a big part of the show.
Right.
Thank you, Evangelist.
Is this your first one?
Yes, my very super chat. Thank you so much. We'll have to keep it up there for a minute. But no,
that's super exciting though. Seriously, just take a minute for this. It's very exciting to get your first super chat. I think I took like 30 seconds, 30. I probably took like 5 minutes just celebrate my first super chat. So it's super exciting.
Right. Hey, reparations.
Hey, reparations.
And no, Cardi B, Tia says she is not coming back.
And that's what I really want to talk about.
Yeah.
So are we watching this if Tia's not coming back?
Well, she didn't come back. Remember when it came to BET? Was she on it then? Or they had Lauren London?
They were there for like the first couple of episodes and then they left. Her and Derwin left.
Yes, but I know Derwin was coming back.
Yeah, but they not as a full role though.
Yeah.
So but I think that's why they ended up canceling it again.
Yeah, I think so. But it was good with Lauren London, and they had that other young man. Oh, I got another super chat.
Hey.
Yes. But
thank you, DT.
Yes, thank you, DT. But with Tia, I watched it with Lauren London. Okay. And it wasn't bad. It was just a lot to keep up with. The show did kind of seem different. It seemed like a completely different show. Almost like, you know how Saved by the Bell got like
different... I didn't watch after the original.
I watched Saved by the Bell kind of had like different people at one point as well. Cotty said Tamara should take her place. Tamara doesn't seem like
she's not that edgy.
Yeah, people don't realize, but those two sisters are so different.
And the guy's name is Jay Ellis, who played Lauren London. Hey, Candy, what's his name?
Hey, Candy. But yes, Jay Ellis. I liked it with him. I liked his character because they were him and Lauren London were like the Derwin and what was her name? Melody.
Oh, yeah, her name was Melody. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they didn't give me Derwin and Melanie though at all. I mean, I think that the game has to have Derwin and Melanie. Period. They were the staples of that show. Um, so I just can't really see it being. I feel like it's gonna be like the spinoff when it went to BET. I mean, who are the writers this season? That's what I want to know. Who are the writers?
Well, for producing, the original producer was her name Mara Brock.
Marbach Ali.
Yes, she's coming back, and
Okay.
so I don't think when it went to, I don't, was she there when they went to BET?
No.
Yeah, so she's coming back, and it'll be on Paramount Plus. So I do think the show will be better.
Okay.
And also Brittany, the lady that played the Pitt's wife, the president of the Sunbeams. I forgot her name. Brittany Renner.
Brittany Daniel.
I'm calling her Brittany Renner.
It's Brittany Daniel.
Brittany Daniels. She's coming back.
Yeah. And Kobe Bell's coming back too.
Yes. So it was when it was originally on the CW, I believe was the original network. It was good. I don't know why I'm coughing all of a sudden. It was good.
It's a sign. This is a sign it's not gonna be good.
I know. I know. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a chance because when the game started, I loved the show. Like it was really good. The only thing is can they bring, TV is different now. We have so much reality TV. Will it still have that same flavor that it once had before?
I think that some of us still like scripted TV. Do you watch 911 on Fox?
No.
Okay.
What is that?
So it's one of the greatest shows ever produced on television. I feel like Shonda Rhimes wrote it, but she didn't. It's such a great show. It's about first responders responding to different situations or whatever. What's her name? Angela Bassett is like one of the main leads in it. And it's an amazing show. So some of us still like scripted shows. And I want to see the game come back, but I'm kind of upset because Marbach Ali keeps letting the game come back. Where the hell is Girlfriends at?
I know.
Why are we keep rebooting the game and not Girlfriends?
Well, all of the girlfriends come back though.
They all said they were willing to come back.
Yeah, because that was one of my favorite shows too.
Charlemagne did an interview with them. They all said that, at least for a movie. Tracy Ellis Ross said that she doesn't think that we would. Joan would have the ending that we all think she's going to have.
What?
Yeah, she said she don't think that Joan's ever going to get married.
Why?
She said she doesn't think that Joan needs that. She said she feels like it would give the show a good ending. Tony got married. Maya had another baby.
I'm gonna say that can be said for Sex in the City because those characters were similar.
Yeah.
So what was the main character in Sex in the City?
I didn't watch Sex in the City, but I know that the characters were the same though.
What? Like what did you watch? Oh, and thank you, Precious Spicy 69 for the. Thank you. I'm enjoying all this love. Somebody, I know, Cardi B and Powerful asked, was Brandy coming back? I didn't see anything about her coming back.
No, hopefully not. That was not I didn't think she was a good addition to that show. And if Kelly and Jason coming back, why would we need Brandy? That wouldn't. No.
You said you don't think we need Brandy? Yeah, because
no, I don't think we don't need Brandy. Brandy does not. She was not an original part of the show.
Yeah, and
she was like a fill-in for Kelly Pitts because Kelly Pitts had left.
Yeah.
If Kelly Pitts is back, there's no need for Brandy at all.
Thank you, Candy. Yes, and Jason, wasn't he having an affair with her?
Well, he didn't have an affair with her. He actually, after they broke up, he started dating her on accident. Because remember, they got married. They got married on accident.
Yes.
So it wasn't like we needed her there. Like she'd never made the show.
Yeah. And Evangelist, we are talking about the game. It's coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I agree, Precious Pisces. Brandy didn't fit well. Yeah. Hey, Freckles.
Hey, Freckles.
Hope you're doing well.
And the game was a spinoff from Girlfriends.
Yes, I do remember that.
Yeah. Because Joan was Melanie's cousin.
Yes, I do remember that. Yes.
I know everything about Girlfriends.
It's
my favorite show.
I don't remember it. Girlfriends was one of my favorites too, and I remember now that you've mentioned it. But I watched so much TV at that time Like a show that I would love to come back that I know is not coming back is Felicity. And it's
I never even seen that.
I know. Did you only watch shows with people that look like us?
Yes. Well, no, you know what? I watched Once Upon a Time too. That was one of my favorite shows too.
Okay, I never heard of that. And Powerful said, but Brandy and Jason were married. Yes.
Yeah, accidentally.
So what? How did they accidentally get married? I can't.
So
remember.
he met her at that bar, and they were going back and forth about if he liked black women or not or whatever. They ended up going to Mexico. They got drunk and got married, and so when they realized they were married, they were going to get a divorce, and then they decided to try to stick it out to see if it was real. Yeah. And then he fell in love with her.
Oh, okay. I do remember.
Then Kelly came back.
I do remember that. Going to Cardi B's comment, Maya was my favorite too. I feel like I'm the most like Maya because I'm Bugetto, but
I feel like I was more of a Joan.
Yes, people would think I'm a Joan, but I'm not. I can
see you be more of a Maya.
Yeah, I'm a Maya. And Maya loved the catfish. When they went to that hole in the wall, she got the catfish and fries or whatever.
No, that was Tony.
I thought they all got it. Well, it was a club that Maya suggested.
Them too. Yeah. Because she was trying to get back with Darnell.
And Cardi B Felicity was good. It was like, I think when it started, I was a freshman in high school and she was starting as a freshman in college. Oh. And so I loved it. It had the Noxzema girl. I forgot her real name. Dina said Sex and the City main star was the character Carrie Bradshaw. Yes, Sarah Jessica Parker. And her character reminded me of Joan, but in Sex and the City, she gets married.
And Joan never got married.
Oh, in the Wonder Years, I heard that is good. The reboot with the black family now.
Has it already started?
Yes.
Wait, now what does that come on?
I forgot the station. If anybody can say where it comes on,
please.
But shout out to the Wonder Years because the parents went to Tuskegee. I am a graduate of Tuskegee University. So I love it. I love that they are making it a good story. And the original Wonder Years was one of my favorite shows too, back when I was growing up.
I didn't really care for it, but I was very interested in the black version.
You said you were interested in the black version?
The black version of the Wonder Years. I remember it as a kid because I was like, it was time to go to bed all the time.
Kelly Pitts. Kelly will be back.
Yes.
And hi, Miss Indies.
Hey, Miss Indies.
Yes, Sex and the City. Love the movie. Yes, I love both movies.
And it's so messed up that they can have a movie and girlfriends can.
Can you watch Sex and the City, like the movie?
I would try. I will actually try and go back and actually watch the series because everybody loves it. I just never really, because I think it was like on HBO or something, right?
My daughter bringing me her waffle fries.
Mom, eat some food. You're drinking, Mom. Eat some food while you're drinking.
But Yaya Cat said it's really good. ABC. I think
what was Sex and the City? It was originally on HBO, right?
Yes, it was on HBO.
So I don't think maybe we can afford HBO at that time.
Reparation said, "What about Dawson's Creek?" Yes, I love Dawson's Creek too. The only thing about Dawson's Creek, though, and I'll let you go. They sounded so like because I took a lot of AP classes in school, and it was a lot of clear people in those classes. The clear people in those classes talk like Dawson's Creek, and I used to be like, so the people really talk like this. I thought they were just trying to be smart, but Dawson's Creek, they would use a lot of big words and act like they were adults, even though they were high school kids. So
the only thing I liked about Dawson's Creek was the theme song.
No, I love that. They had some drama on Dawson's Creek, like that was my time. All those shows.
We're the same age, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I forgot. I'm like, oh yeah.
I still didn't watch it.
I didn't watch Freaks and Geeks. And see, Cotty says she watched Dawson's Creek. See,
I watched Dawson's Creek up until the time that the theme song went off, and I turned it off.
Yeah. If you want to catch up with Sex and the City, Precious Pricey said it's on HBO Max.
And I have HBO Max now, so I will try watching.
You like it? It was good.
I know that place where they was getting cupcakes from, right?
Huh?
The place that we're getting those cupcakes from.
Good cupcakes.
In Sex and the City. was it I think the girl's name was Ramona or something, like she had this place where she got cupcakes from or something like that.
Oh, I can't even remember that.
Well, whatever it was, we actually went to that place in New York.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Now you make me want to go and get some cupcakes. And yes,
I don't understand the experience, but I mean the cupcakes are good.
Yeah. Thank you, Queen of Cheesecake. One of my mods. I'm waiting on Aviel. I was like, I have no mods here today. Dynasty. I didn't watch the new Dynasty, and as a child, I did watch the old one, Dynasty, and Dallas, Who Shot JR. And I think they had a new Dallas too. I think. Yaya Cat said there are 6 episodes of the New Wonder Years. It's on tonight, so it's the 3rd episode. Oh, Yaya was telling somebody named a network. I have to go back. I think Frasier was the funniest show. Yeah, I watched Frasier too.
I never watched that either.
Yes, because I like Cheers. So I
never watched Cheers either.
Yes. Oh, and
every time that stuff came on, it was time for me to go to bed. I never got to watch it. My mom was like, "Go to bed, turn the TV off," and
I would watch Cheers and Murder, She Wrote. I watched all those. The only show that I didn't watch that I hated that my mother watched was Perry Mason. I could not, and it was the old Perry Mason, like black and white. You never heard of Perry Mason? Yes. Perry Mason, we would watch Matlock and In the Heat of the Night.
I heard of Matlock.
But yes, Cardi B, I watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I also watched Charmed. I watched a lot of those shows.
I think I just watched black stuff.
My husband sent me. No, my husband sent me a super chat. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
The super chat. Candy said, "I'm getting back to work, but I'll be here in the bushes supporting." Thank you, Candy.
Thank you.
Yes, the bushes are a good place. And thank you, Queen of Cheesecake. Yes, I'm monetized. Oh, okay. So Wonder Years is on ABC.
Okay.
And Jam said, "Hey, Jam."
Hey, Jam. So I can, if I have cable, it's on demand then, probably.
Yes.
Oh well, then I can watch it.
Yeah, I've been meaning to catch up with it because on my Facebook, a lot of people are talking about how good it is. So I definitely want to catch Wonder Years.
Well, I had to binge watch that last night.
Dina said, "I don't like the new Dallas or Dynasty." Yeah, I heard it. It didn't get the reviews that I think it was expecting. Hawaii 5-0. My mother used to watch that. That's the one I think. Was that the one where they say, "Boss, be playing," that little guy, the little man.
I never heard of that.
Yes, Murder, She Wrote, and Matlock were her favorites. Yep, they were my favorites.
Those shows, never watched them.
Yes, never saw one single episode of Cheers. Cheers was good, and Matlock was good too. And yes, congratulations, Val, on your channel and your page as well. And hey, Queen Mermaid.
Hey, Queen Mermaid.
Yes. Oh, make it make sense. Hey, he said he subscribed to Miss Val. Hi, BJ Dez. We just talking about TV. We're gonna get to some other topics. This is fun. We need to talk. Yeah. We need to talk about TV tomorrow on Don't Tell Me, Tell the People, because last week we talked about movies like this.
Yeah, I'm actually building a panel for girlfriends. We're gonna do like a throwback. We're gonna start from season 1 and go all the way up to the end of it and episodes.
You better let me on that panel. Yeah, I can't. Yes, I remember Julia, Diane Curl. Does anybody remember what was the movie she was in? It's one of my favorite movies. Her and I'm getting a little tipsy now because I can't remember. It came out in the 70s. She had these kids. She get with now my oven's going.
I thought that was my oven. Wait, I'm cooking something.
But I gotta think of that movie that she was in. It's from the 70s. Curtis Mayfield did the soundtrack. Gladys Knight Curtis Mayfield produced the soundtrack. Gladys Knight performs all the songs. Mm-hmm. So, Diane Carroll is one of my favorite movies, and I don't know why I can't think of it now. Dina Grant said, "Val, you gotta watch." Let me get to some of these. Hey, Aviel. Yes. Oh, and yes, BJ Dez. Yes, it's Fantasy Island with D-Plane. So I don't know Hawaii 5-0. I remember the name of the show, but I forgot. Claudine. Yes, that's the name of the movie with Diane Carroll. Claudine.
Never heard of it.
Taxi Cab Confessions should come back.
I remember that.
Yes. And Learning to Love Myself is Claudine. She almost had me confused when she said Nadine, but it's Claudine. Yes, Claudine. Oh, can you turn the oven off? All right. So are you ready to go to the next story? This was fun. We need to just do a show about old shows.
Yes.
Reminiscent.
Hopefully something I actually know.
But you don't watch shows with clear people. Like I watch a wide range of TV shows. And
Yeah,
yes,
I don't think I did.
Soundtrack. Well, you gotta watch if you watch Black TV or Black movies, Claudine with Diane Carroll. Okay. You gotta watch that. That's a good movie. Mr. Welfare. That's one of the songs.
That sounds like Rollo. I didn't watch it. Go ahead.
But no, now going on to the next story. The Braxtons, Tamar said the Braxtons are not coming back to the We
TV, yeah.
Yeah, We TV.
But they are coming back.
Yes, they're coming back, but not to We TV.
And it's a mystery as to where they're coming to. I think it's good. I feel like it's gonna be on Zeus.
Mm-hmm. You think it's gonna be on Zeus?
Yeah. Because you remember she just did the reunion for the Baddies ATL.
Oh, on Zeus. She should bring it to OWN. Excuse me, Oprah's old network.
I feel like it's gonna be on Zeus because that's where she just came from, and they have more control over the content.
Yeah, I agree, and that's her main thing. She wants to keep control of it.
Yeah.
Yes, I will let Kendi let me know if I can drop. Oh yeah, I'm gonna drop the link. We talking about hot topics, Miss Val. So I'm dropping the link for anybody that wants to join us.
I think she's talking about for her channel.
Oh. Yes, Miss Val. The mods, because I think if you drop the link, that's why I need to stop having a little champagne on this. Queen of Cheesecake, Abiel, if you can drop Miss Val's link in the chat, please do so. Oh, what is White Shadow?
I've never heard of it.
Yes, they laughing at me. But hey, Robin. But no, with the Braxtons, and them coming back.
Are you interested in watching that again?
No.
Me either.
Because I just feel like they have been, I'm not going to say exploited, but Tamar has a lot going on.
And well, Tracy has a lot going on right now because of the cancer stuff.
So she has cancer?
They haven't confirmed it, but that's what the rumors are.
I really hope she does not. Tracy was one of my favorite people on the show. And this is Miss Val's link for all of those that want to subscribe.
I feel like she has something that's serious because they haven't supported her in anything. And now all of a sudden Tamar's had a change of heart. She's been mean to her since they first started the show. Yeah. They've been mean to her since they actually became artists. So I feel like something's going on with Tracy that there's a change of heart.
I really hope, I pray that Tracy does.
I hope that is bad either.
Because she's one of my favorites. I like how Tracy is straight Baltimore. I know they're from like Baltimore County and not Baltimore City, as they say. But I love Tracy. So I pray that everything is all right with her. I don't think they should come back. I really think this is the time to come together as a family and just enjoy each other. I feel like the show has run its course. I really feel like they were exploited in some ways on this show. Yeah. And especially, I know they had an episode on Iyanla. As much as I like Iyanla, they should have done that either. They've tried.
Well, I think that they should have done that because I feel like Tracy needed some sort of.
But why not? Why not go to an actual therapist?
Because Tamar probably wanted to be on TV.
See.
And then she still didn't get her way. Miss Evelyn acted out. It was a mess. So I think that, they're, hey, cat in the chat.
Yes. Chat.
I think that I don't know, but I would love, I would love, I don't really want them to come back, but I would love to see a season of them actually supporting Tracy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They have at different times, and what's so crazy is if Tamar didn't have all that plastic surgery, she would look like Tracy. I used to always think that they looked alike, and they look like their mom. I know their mom has had plastic surgery too. Tamar needs to heal. Why is she going back? Exactly. They just all need to heal to me. I think they need to just stay off TV.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Miss Val. I love you.
It's either season 4 or season. I go back and forth between season 4 and season 5.
Yes. Powerful said White Shadow was a good show. It was about a white basketball coach of low income high school kids. Okay.
Oh yeah, I never seen.
I have to catch that. Oh, I'm glad that Evangelist is getting all this love. Yes. Young Rich said if Tamar did all that for the show to go that is Zeus. I'm a gag.
Yeah. But she was bragging about wherever they're going, so I'm hoping that it's not Zeus. Okay. I'm hoping not, but it just seems like the most logical thing that I could think of because they have control over whatever show.
Yeah. I'm hoping, I would love to see it on Bravo, but she might feel like she's being exploited there. But I would love to see it on Bravo.
They're definitely going to exploit them on Bravo.
I know. But yeah, they just need to get off of TV.
Yeah. I mean, I think the main reason why I ever watched it was because I just want to see more of Toni Braxton. I didn't even know I needed to see Tawanda, Tracy, Tamar. I didn't even know I needed to see them until the show actually started.
I love Miss
But once I did watch it, I did like seeing them until I saw the destruction of their family.
Yeah, that's what I didn't like. And I really did not like when they had their father on there and the father had his wife.
Yeah.
It caused Miss Evelyn so much pain and strife. And I know we don't know the backstory to that, but it just seemed like it was a lot of pain there because, he didn't walk, what was it, Trina originally down the aisle in her wedding because of all the drama. And that was the husband that Trina was married to he passed away from cancer, her ex-husband.
The white guy?
I thought he was Latino.
He died?
Yeah, he died of cancer.
I did not know that.
The one that was on Iyanla with her?
I did not know that.
Yes. So
Tawanda gets on my nerves too.
Yeah, Tawanda. I like Tawanda's shape. Dina said Tamar was in a stage play here in DC during the intercession. She left the theater and went to a restaurant, sat down, and proceeded to have lunch. So during the intermission. Yes, I love Toni and Miss Evelyn too.
Me too.
Yes. Oh, look. Miss Val getting those subscribers. Miss Val, you need to invite me as a guest on your channel. It's not a panel because invite me as a guest for one of your table discussions.
Yes, I'll come over too.
Yes, but see, Shatown said yes, he was Latino, and he passed away. Needless to say, the understudy took over, and she was fired. I would have wanted my money back.
They probably got their money back.
Huh?
They probably got their money back.
Yeah, because I would be like, so Tamar coming back.
That's probably why they're rebooting the breastfeeding values.
Oh yeah. Cat in the chat said, "Hey Miss Val." Oh, she subbed. Jam said she was Miss Evelyn's friend that cheated with, and I did not know that she was friends with Miss Evelyn.
Yes. And
wow.
Cat in the chat, I inboxed you on Instagram too, by the way.
What'd you say?
Cat in the chat, I inboxed you on Instagram, by the way.
I thought you were talking about the show. I'm like, what did they put on Instagram?
Gabe, yeah, that was his name.
Gabe passed away. Oh, bye, Jam. She said smooches for
bye.
Bye. Thanks for watching. Evangelist, yes. No, she said no panel. Yes, they all went to church together too. That is so crazy to me. That's why
what happens though.
That's why Miss Evelyn was so mad. Young Rich said, I love Tamar, but she should have retired reality TV when she won Big Brother. It was the perfect send-off way. Why she go from that to going on Basketball Wives fighting with Megan James? Like, girl, exactly. I agree.
Wait, Tamar won on Basketball Wives?
I didn't see it, and I don't want to see it if she was on there.
She wasn't on Basketball Wives. Maybe he's talking about, or maybe Young Rich is talking about when they did the reunion for the Baddies ATL.
Oh, so Baddies was that like It had some.
It was a Bad Girls Club reboot on Zeus.
Yeah,
it was ratchet.
Yeah, she meant Baddies.
Okay.
Was it worth watching?
Well, I thought it was going to be, but it was like they didn't even get the show together because it was like the production had a show. Like they were trying to get together. Well, I spent this money. We're trying to get that bag. We're trying to get this bag. But the bag is up here. But I put money in the bag. I'm like, listen, this is not a production meeting. And I feel like the whole season was about who put money in. It wasn't like a show.
Wow. So pause. Going back to Miss Evelyn. I never knew that this was her best friend.
I didn't know that either.
That is very hurtful.
That's why she don't like that man.
Yeah, and that's why she can't be around them. And
I wouldn't be around the child. I would have.
Yes. And if it was my mama, I'd be like, yeah, your wife ain't invited to my party, my wedding daddy. She's not invited.
I wouldn't even try to involve her in anything.
Mm-hmm. Wow. That is very hurtful. But Baddies, I need to watch that. I just didn't know if I wanted to watch it. I haven't watched Bad Girls Club in such a long time. For like some years since I watched it. So I just fell out of the loop. I think one of the last seasons I watched of Bad Girls Club was with Megan. And I watched the Natalie Nunn season as well. But those are, I guess, considered the earlier season.
Yeah, I think the last one I watched was with that girl, Kat, and the Barbie girl. And there was, every time I try to think about this, I can't remember
those twins. Did you watch with the twins?
No, but there was this girl on there. They hated her so bad. The very first episode. Oh, that girl Brandy. She was on the season. It was this girl. I can't think of what her real name was, but they call her Dirty D. But there was this girl that came in the very first episode, and because of how she looked, they didn't want her there. So they fought her and dragged her on the steps to put her out the house. Oh, and she went to the production. And the production was like, you broke the third wall, the fourth wall. So they put her out.
Yeah, I stopped watching when they started jumping girls on the show. Mm-hmm. And my thing is, and I've said this before, like I'm very nice, but I do have another side to me. Yeah. And so I just don't think that is a fair fight when you are jumping somebody. Right. No, if we gonna fight, it's one-on-one, we squaring up. And I'm too old for that now. Yeah. But
and so they were literally letting those girls come in the house and they were like, oh, we like her, we don't like her, we don't like her, we don't like her. Throw her bed in the mattress, take her clothes, put them underneath the house.
Somebody's bed in the pool or something like that. I think one of the last seasons I watched. And then I was just disgusted. On another season, they put like stuff in this girl's juice and put it back in the refrigerator. Yeah, I was over it.
It was like they were all trying to overdo Tanisha.
Yes. Young Rich said it was terrible. Worst show I've seen all year. It was worse than LaToya on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Just a discombobulated mess. Well,
I guess way worse than that.
Yeah, I guess I won't be watching it. Is Trina's ATL bar still open? I don't think so. Yeah, I think that's closed. I haven't heard anything about it in like 2 years.
One of the guys at the radio station I used to work with used to do karaoke at that bar. I don't think that is open anymore. Well,
a bartender that I knew he bartends at a bar called Bigelow's on the east side of Atlanta, like in I guess it's Decatur. He was a bartender at Trina's restaurant, but he's back at Bigelow's from what I saw. So
it must be over.
Yeah, and shout out to Bigelow's, a hole in the wall here in Atlanta.
I didn't realize that Jamal's restaurant got shut down either.
Is it shut down? Because it looks like it's open, but
Giselle said it's maybe that someone else said
he don't own it. Like that mall, I'm just gonna say that mall because it's by Stonecrest Mall. That restaurant was open prior to them buying it, and it's been at management. And it was actually before he bought it. I used to go to Arizona's. That's what it was called. And they would have a jazz band on Tuesdays and Thursdays. It was nice to go to. So when he purchased it, like, it wasn't anything bad. And I still see cars in the parking lot. So when I drive past there, so sometimes I think it was all for the show.
Maybe the restaurant lived in the phone.
Right. So now I guess we can go to what our next topic, Potomac.
Okay.
So I watched the trailer after the episode on Sunday, but you sent, I didn't watch. So was it a longer trailer? Was it like a super trailer?
It was an extended trailer for the next episode. So it's basically dealing with Mia and Candiace, the aftermath of everything. So in this trailer, for whatever reason, people that are Candiace fans, like, they block out stuff that Candiace does. So we know that Candiace threw that salad at Mia first.
Oh, yeah.
So Karen is trying to tell her about Mia's mom. Mia's upset. Everybody's is in shambles at this point. So Mia is like, I think they went back. Mia and Candiace went back and forth. Mia then grabs the whole handful of the lettuce and she throws it at her and she walks off. Karen walks up to her and she's like, do you know the story? Candiace is like, oh my, I cringed at this. She's cussing Karen out. I don't give up. I don't know. I don't want to know the story. I don't need to know the story. She's yelling at you. Don't even know the story. I'm like, Candiace, they all know the story, but she don't want. But she's so hyped up, she can't hear nothing.
And that's how she is, and that's why I'm like, they were so quick to side with her, not knowing she was the problem between her and Monique. But thank you, Marsha. She said, "Thank God you two are live. These YouTube streets are dry." Thank you. Yes. Dina said, I hate to admit it, but I did watch Jocelyn's Cabaret. I watched that. I watched it. I watched the first season. I didn't know it was several seasons. I pulled up On Demand, and I guess her first season is what was up. It was a hot mess. Jocelyn, half the time I couldn't understand her. But
I can't watch it.
Yes, I like the theme song, or her opening, because I love watching. You never heard it.
Mm-hmm. I would never turn on Jocelyn's Cabaret.
What? And it's a TikTok. All of your desires will be fulfilled. And that's where Do It Like It Should Be Day.
I've heard that.
That's the theme song.
Okay.
Yes, and Candiace is a brat. Yes.
So Candiace gets so disrespectful to the point where Mia walks out. She tells G she wants to leave. G's like, the husbands come in and they're like, look at Chris. He's like, I'm not gonna get into it. I think Chris wanted to go inside to hear what was going on, because Chris is really like, what is going on here? He wanted to know what's going on for real. So they walk into like the little game room or whatever. Candiace is still yelling and screaming. Nobody can really say nothing to her. Mia's in the hallway with G saying she's ready to go. She's like, I'm not dealing with this. So she comes back in because Karen keeps on saying, do you know the story of the mom? So she comes in and she tries to tell Candiace, I don't care about your mom. I don't care. I don't want to know the story. So as she's yelling at her, Mia actually still tells her what happened with the mom. And she said something about her being proud of her mom. Well, be proud of your mom, but you are not going to respect me now. She said, you're not going to disrespect me. I'm like, no. Okay, at what point? Now, I know that she said about the low budget video. Yeah. Right? But we had her address like 2 episodes ago.
Yeah, and she with the whole mom thing, because she takes it back to elementary, where we'd be like, well, yo mama. And so I know that's what she was trying to do, but
we're in 2021. This is not your mama time.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. I was just about to say that's what she has to realize. Young Rich said Mia had got on my nerves when she Wait. No, Mia had got me nervous when she said if her mama relapsed, she gonna meet her outside. It reminded me back in school. Your friend can't fight but got a mouth and about to get beat up, but you can't help her.
Yep.
Yes,
So Mia, she's like, Mia tells her about her mom. She still doesn't really care because she's so hyped up still. So they take Mia. I think that's when Mia threw the salad at her, and then she walked off again.
Yeah.
So G and her is about to leave, and she comes back in. She tells Wendy bye. They have G in the hallway because Wendy came and got Chris and Eddie. She told Chris go get Candiace. She told G. She told why you gonna call him Juan? She told what's her husband's name?
Who's Candiace's?
Wendy's.
Wendy's husband is Eddie.
Eddie. She told Eddie to go talk to G.
Yeah.
So G's in the hallway like, listen, if my wife won't let you, we leaving. Where's my keys at? And she's still trying to explain to Candiace, but Candiace don't want to hear nothing. As Skylar's like, well, girl, I wanted to eat some of the salad. Why you?
Or they throwing food.
And Candiace like, well, she threw it at me. Not to take into account that she threw anything at her. And I'm probably missing some points, but let's skip to this part. So there's a Skylar and Candiace in the kitchen, and Chris walks in, and he's like, let's go talk. Candiace is like, I don't need to go outside to talk. And he's pushing like, go, girl, I'm about to yank your ass. If you don't go outside, we want to talk. Yeah. So sitting outside, all the other girls go into the room with Mia. Mia breaks down because she's like, listen, even though my mom growing up, I'm proud of her at what she's come through. And if my mom relapses, basically, girl, meet me outside for real.
Yeah.
And I understood that. So Chris, they flash back to Chris and Candiace. Chris basically tells her, was like, you're acting like a child. And he tells her she's acting like a child. And so I don't ever talked, but basically all the girls were in the house talking to Mia. The scholar asked her, she said, well, do you think the reason why you talk about money so much is because you didn't have it? She said, no, because I worked hard for what I have. That's why I talk about it. And they asked her, she said, a scholar said, well, I think that Candiace is upset because you call her video low budget. She said, girl, when I started my business, it was low budget. I was saving pennies. She said, so, it's starting a business, it is low budget. Mm-hmm. But instead of Candiace coming down off of all and this is something that really bothered me. So Candiace said, how does she know I have a problem with somebody calling me low budget? How does she know I'm like, your mama keeps saying you ain't low budget. We know you know, like, you grew up in a privileged home.
And that's one thing about that. She holding her mother accountable because her mother was out there being messy. And I agree with Nari's 21. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Candiace was giving Tyler temper tantrum. Yeah. Nari's also said in the previews, Candiace is going to play the victim.
That's what she did.
I don't know why she wasn't mad at Giselle. She also called her event low budget at the party. Exactly. She wasn't mad.
And Robin did too.
She chooses who she wants to get mad at. And these are, the side people or the newer characters that can be kicked off. She's never going to come for a Giselle or Robin. She barely comes for Karen. So for you to say she was cussing out Karen, I'm like, oh, that is some thing.
She was letting Karen have it. And the thing is, on the after show, when they asked them, Karen, I don't think Karen said it, but Giselle, Robin, and I believe Ashley all said that the video was low budget, even though Ashley wasn't there. Then they asked, what else did Mia say that was a trigger for her? Yeah. Oh, was it respectful for her to ask Mama Dorothy those questions?
Yeah.
They all said in that moment, probably not, but they all wanted to know the answers to the questions. So they all wanted to know.
They was all being messy. I do want to read some of these comments. Maria said, don't sleep on Mia because she acts unbothered. She has probably been picked on her entire life growing up in the system and dealing with women on them poles. Yes, I agree. She also said Candiace needs to give that same energy to Giselle and Robin. Yep, we all agree on that. See it. Evangelist said, I was hoping Wendy was going to deal with Giselle. You know what? They're supposed to come on the trip, and So Debonair, I was so happy to see in the preview that Robin and Giselle was showing up.
Yeah.
I feel like we need them. We need all the women there.
Well, I will say this: I did not miss them this last episode.
I wish they would have been there to see the bull.
I wish they would have been there to see it, but if Bravo is trying to like figure out, if we can deal without a Giselle and a Robin, this episode that we just watched, I almost forgot that they were even a part of the show. I do like Giselle and Robin being around, but right now, what Candiace is doing is overtaking anything that anybody could ever do right now. But it's also a disaster. It's a disaster. And Chris doesn't know how to deal with her at all. He doesn't.
Yes.
Because, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Sorry, this comment is funny to me. She said the reason Candiace don't go after Giselle and Robin is because they don't have nothing to lose. She target people who have money. I'm just
and Mia said I have too much. And Mia actually said on this in this trailer, she said, I'm leaving because I have too much to lose. Mm-hmm. She actually said that.
She did. She should have left when G with his right himself, because that's for the rest of the season. He's gonna be G to me. I'm not saying his whole name because he showed his entire black ass on this episode.
But he did say this is why he didn't want to go.
But okay, I thought he just didn't like dealing with couples, but I didn't know he didn't want to go because he knew he was gonna get drunk and show his ass.
He said, he said, I like to get turned up. This is a vacation. And I don't have a problem with nobody getting turned up on a vacation. Y'all know I drink, so I be me sometimes. But I understood what he was saying before they even left. He was like, I think he was asking her, like, is this a group of people that we can go around and have fun with? He was like, because I don't think that he means anything by it. I just think he's he's free. He's old as hell. Like, he just wants to be free, say what he wants to say. He was like, are these a group of girls or people that we can be around like that? And if you go back and you look at it, no one really had a problem with him, but Scala and Candiace.
Yeah, true. Younger says she was taking out her anger on Mia because she can't disrespect her mama, especially when she got knocked out. When she got knocked upside the head with Gucci purse, and Mia ain't no victim either. She messy. I think Mia is a look. Hey, sorry. I think Mia is somewhat of a victim. Mo Walker said didn't miss them really. Now,
I didn't miss
my daughter is acting a fool. Here we go. I'm gonna have to. She's calling my husband.
Yes, G does remind me of Michael a little bit. I can say that. I just don't think that G's gonna walk around touching men's butts that work for the company. I just think that G's feel like he's on vacation. He's having a good time. If a white man would have said the same thing about black women, we would want him off TV.
I didn't mean to remove that comment, but yeah, I agree with Karen.
Wait, what are we talking about though? G?
Yeah, I think so. Karen.
Oh yeah. I know she's talking about. Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Mo Walker said he was on vacation rather than so old judgmental stick in the mud. Yeah, but he was just doing too much. And I said this before on my review. Had it have been me, I would have wanted to leave. I don't want my husband telling me to shut the F up in front of other people. First of all, you're not going to tell me that in private. So please don't get in front of other people telling me that.
I don't feel like he would. Okay, so let's talk about it. I don't feel like he said that in a way that people are taking it. He said before he even said it, he said, I rarely even get to say this to you. And because I feel like he was trying to surprise her, he wanted her to be quiet to hear what was going on the phone. I don't think they was like, girl, shut up. I'm trying to do something for you. Like, he was like, I really can say to shut up so I can let you know, so you can hear what the man's saying on the phone. Because she was like, what's going on? Who's saying it? Well, what's going on? Who's this man on the phone? Like, she was like, we're all over the place. I feel like he wanted her to be quiet. And I think he was saying it in fun. I don't think he was saying it like to be disrespectful to her.
And Chris did do the same thing. The only reason why I wasn't offended when Chris did it is because Candiace get on my damn nerves.
She needed to shut up. But I do agree that G was doing it a lot. I just feel like before they left, he was like, I don't really want to go because you know how I am on vacation. So Mia knew how he was before they went. That's why she was unbothered by it.
Right.
But even on the after show, Wendy was like, G's a good time. So I don't think none of them was really bothered by him. besides Candiace. And I think Candiace is bothered by him because that's Mia's husband.
I agree with Chi-Town Naja, girl. That is bedroom language only. Yes.
Well, I mean, Candiace said that they say that at home to each other too, and not in the bedroom. She said they said at home.
Told her that in public.
Well, Chris said it to her in public too.
Oh, Nari said, I like Big Daddy G. I like.
And the way that Chris said it to Candiace was a different type of way than G said it to Mia.
I don't know. Then I'll have to rewatch because it was a mess.
Chris was like, I mean, I feel like Chris, every time she started acting up, he's like, if you don't shut up, before I go choke outside. Yeah. But G was like, I'll never get to say. He said it in a joking way.
Yeah, kind of, but he shouldn't have said it. I don't know.
This is first time on TV, so maybe he's gonna learn from this season. Like, I just can't say it. I'm sure they're gonna bring it up at the reunion.
Youngridge said, if we leave G and Michael in a room together and we come back over the door, who do we think will be doing the big? Youngridge, okay, I'll give it over that. Heather said, and hey, or healthier you with Mel.
I agree with you.
Mel said Chris looked like he wanted to grip Candiace's ass up, but remember the cameras were there. Mm-hmm. Yes, I agree as well.
If you watch what I just showed you, he looked like he wanted to rip her apart. Like he was like, "Shut up."
Well, it's because you got to look at the situation. He's not working, and this season it seems like he's trying to prove himself financially because we know. Well, no one knows
out of the kitchen window.
What'd you say?
He's selling fish plates out the kitchen window.
Yeah, fact.
I think him and Keisha Kolar in business. He's selling fish plates and she's selling box sperms.
I agree with Precious Pisces 69. He should not have said that in front of his wife. I mean, in public to his wife.
Well, I would never have a wife, so I would never know about it. But you know.
Well, are you gonna tell your husband to shut the F up in public?
I felt like it was in a space where because people thought it was tacky what he did anyway about the whole revealing of the car thing. People thought it was tacky. Yeah. So I feel like people were really in a judgment place. Period. But I feel like I don't think that he might have even heard that it was their anniversary coming up. He was really trying to surprise her. And Mia does talk a lot. So I feel like he was like, Mia, I need you to be like, shut the F up right now so you can hear what's going on. Because she was like, who's on the phone? Why are they saying, what is going on? Custom what? Who's happening? Is somebody coming over here? What is gonna meet you downstairs?
On my show the other day, I thought he was trying to pimp her because that's what it seemed like. At first, it was like somebody's on the phone for you. It was just a mess. Like that whole scene was cringy to me. And I like Mia. I will say this: out of all the housewives, especially starting off new, she has been the most lovable or in the franchises that I watch. Yeah, so I definitely want to see her again.
Me too.
But it's just some of the stuff is like, whoa, like what's going on here?
And you have to realize too that they said that by the time that happened, they had been drinking for 5 hours.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they said that on the after show. So G probably would have said G probably said more than what we actually seen.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's probably why he felt like he would say shut the F up.
I'm scared. Like me and my husband would have been going on, but like, no, you're not about to act like that on this trip. We just won't get paid for this episode.
Because when they asked him in the hallway about them leaving, he said, I ain't want to come on this trip anyway. So if she wanted to go, I'm ready to go.
And whose page is deleted? Is Chris's page?
Chris and Candiace deleted their pages.
What? So after she received her hate mail, because that's what she got, she deleted her page. Oh, interesting. I wish she would have did it last year.
They actually need to call Twitter like they call for Trump and get her off, period.
Yes. So she needs to definitely be off the show.
I believe she does to be off the show. I just don't like, and Karen did ask her, she said, before all of this happened, did you know about Mia's mom? And she said no. I still think it's questionable.
Because they act like they didn't know about the story with Wendy's husband.
Right.
We all knew.
Right.
But it actually happened.
Right.
So they can miss me with that. Oh, I didn't know. I thought Giselle was the one that fed them that story. But we'll never know. It could have been that little avatar making it all up. But I really did. I thought Giselle like has told them that.
Oh, it was just Chris. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh.
And Chris needs to be off because Chris is a terrorist on the internet. He is. And I have my own personal experience with him with that. So yes, he should be off.
Yes. Just simply said Candiace needs to be off the show and no access to social media platforms. I agree. But she was receiving threats in her email as well. That was ugly, poor girl. To Candiace. Yeah.
Yeah, she was threatening people for a long time.
Connie B is funny. She said her top choice is Giselle to get off the show. Ain't changing my mind. So
I actually agree with that, honestly, with Cardi B. I think I would love to keep Robin there so that Robin can be who Robin is. I would love to see Robin's personality without Giselle.
I used to love Giselle. And
Me
yes,
too.
the Avatar made up that story, Marsha. But I used to love Giselle, and I don't know if I like it. I just feel like the producers really started to play a part in how she reacted to things on the show and how she was overall. And that's what made me dislike her, because she was so nasty. And she comes off as a colorist. Next week on our show, The Ladies Lounge, shout out to Candy Washington and Cardi B. We'll be talking about colorism, and Giselle is one of the people we will be talking about. I feel, I'm not gonna say we, because I don't, all of us
y'all think very differently.
But I feel Giselle is a colorist. But we'll dive into that a little more.
Now, whose channel are you gonna be on this week coming up?
Candy Washington's.
Okay.
So the other candy shop.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll be on her channel next Tuesday.
I love Giselle when the show first started.
I did too. She was my Nene for the show, but she was like the bougier, cuter Nene. No shade, Nene, but she was she was the one I love. Young Rich said linebacker for Baltimore Ravens Robin Dixon is the one and only that needs to be off. She off the show. She brings nothing but her fake relationship and her wide back.
I think that if they would have let her, if Giselle was, let's just say Giselle wasn't here this season, Robin had so much material, like a lot, from the depression, from well, I don't want to hear about the Hatline because it's been sold out since it first came out. But with the depression, dealing with the children, not waking them up on time, what's going on with her and Juan? Like, I think there was so much material for her, but she's still stuck up Giselle's butt. Yes,
she is, and it's so weird. I do believe that they are, both of them are lipstick lesbians. No offense to the lipstick lesbians.
If you've ever watched me and Busy's reviews on my channel, because Busy, we can't do all the messy stuff on my channel. Yeah. But I definitely point out the picture with them pointing at their private parts at the same time. It was like a signal, like, girls, is it time to go to bed?
And
it's time to go to bed. Are you tired? Because I'm not tired. Are you drunk? I'm not drunk. You drunk? Okay, let's go upstairs.
They both wanted their rooms together. They kicked me off.
And if you heard what Giselle said, she said, "Well, our rooms are connected."
See,
that's all I'm saying.
They was turning up off of that whiskey. I think that's what they drank. BJ and Cardi B says she's definitely a colorist. Yes, Nikki Pooh said this. That is why no more avatars for me. Avatar. Yes, bye gizzard neck. Yes,
I want Robin to have a serious chance without Giselle.
I don't know how to feel about Robin, to be completely honest, because who is that?
Siri. Normally it's Exa.
I'm like, you got a woman back there now?
Yeah, not in my house. That's one thing you ain't got to worry about.
No, remember, Robin got into it with Ashley and I think Monique. Mm-hmm. Remember, it was like a umbrella or something.
That was with Monique.
Okay, that was with Monique.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like they got into it with Ashley.
They did when she went up to Ashley. She was like pointing her face like this.
Yes.
Her and Giselle sit there and watch Robin act like a fool.
Yeah. I feel like we've seen the real Robin, but she gets to.
I feel like we've seen Giselle's sidekick and her guard dog. But we haven't seen Robin, and I want to see her without Giselle on the show.
Yeah. And
I would love to have like a split, like a Nene and Cynthia split.
Calling Robin rob him. Yeah, so we can go to our last story. I didn't realize it was gonna go so long. Somebody asked how Mo Walker said, "How is Juan doing?"
Juan is doing great. He's actually here cooking dinner right now, and when we get done with this, in between the game night and this show, so we have to end this at least 30 minutes early so I can eat dinner with Juan. But he's doing fine.
Yes. Young Rich says she was patting her hot fire box like Evelyn Lozada, and Giselle was getting wet. I feel like I'm committing a crime reading this comment.
Wait. She was patting her hot fire box like Evelyn Lozada, and Giselle was getting wet. Everybody. But Robin to leave so she could eat.
See? Eat it like Kelly Price at Golden Corral.
Wait. So, I don't know if you ever been on my channel with me and Beatrice talking about it, but I have this whole house that I made up of Giselle's house. And what is it? Is it the West Wing?
Yes.
Well, I have it the West Wing as this lighthouse.
I've seen it.
Well, I said that Giselle goes up into the lighthouse, the top of the lighthouse, and she flashes her hot box for Robin to come over there.
And they laughing, young Rich is so these comments. Woo! Jesus.
Because I'm always on YouTube, Miss Val. Somebody got to cook.
Yes.
Now, so then, what would you and Juan be wearing to Karen's wedding? No. So because Robin, she was there, but then I sat on the other side of the room, and she sat with Giselle. But you guys will see maybe on the show.
Yes. Karen said Robin is almost 40. Robin is over 40. She said Robin is almost 40 years old, married and have children. Following Giselle gets her nowhere. I agree. Robin has so much to talk about this season and still wants to be in Giselle's shadow. So Robin, I think, is 42 or 43. She's over 40 now. So she definitely needs to get it together. Remember, at her birthday, she wanted to see the life coach.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
but she went on Instagram because her people who subscribe to her channel was saying, I think you have adult ADD. Mm-hmm. And so she actually admitted that she's going to get checked for adult ADD.
Wow. Yeah, because it just doesn't make any sense for her to, not be able to finish projects. Or I know people were looking at it as depression, but it could be ADD.
Yeah.
So let's get to the last topic. I didn't know we were at an hour.
And before we get there, I just want to say that me and Juan had talked about that. And I told Juan, I said, listen, I thought she had adult ADD. And I told him, I said, maybe you should say that to her because, I can't really say nothing to her. But I think you should mention it a little bit. I said, the people in the comments are saying it. It seems like adult ADD. So he kind of spilled it over. So maybe that's why that happened. So we're just hoping we're hoping for the best for her. Thank you. Giselle's in her 50s. You're muted, Candiace. I was reading your lips. I was saying what you were saying.
Oh, Giselle. I'm trying to hold it together. Yes, thank you, Marsha. And here go Young Rich. Giselle neck is about 8.
Absolutely, Queen Mermaid. We do have great communication. She said, I love how they talk about everything. Even when we do the reviews, like he's sitting here, he gives me, I'm like, okay, I got you. But listen, sometimes he gets upset. I'm like, sit down, go in the living room, please. I want to keep doing this with you tonight.
Right. So we are going to get to, Precious said, that's Young Rich with the mess. Bringing the mess tonight. Karen is 58. Yes, I do know that. She's almost 60.
And she looks younger than Giselle to me.
She's the oldest housewife. She has to be the oldest housewife.
Is she? She doesn't look like the oldest housewife now.
She looks good. But I can't.
She looks younger than Giselle to me.
I know. Giselle.
And Karen's body is amazing.
But she had work done.
Well, I mean, most of them girls had work done.
Yeah, true.
Ain't no excuse. She still looks good. And I think, honestly, I don't think it's her body that makes it. I think that Karen has stepped up her fashions throughout the season. Like she's like goes back and reviews what she looks like, and she like at least I must say this season, like Karen looks amazing. Like from the makeup to the hair to her fashions, like she steps it up every single season, and she didn't start out that great.
Yeah, somebody said that's a lie. So damn.
Stay tuned.
Ashley is the youngest. I definitely agree.
And it's sad because it almost seems like Candiace is the youngest.
I know. Who is Ramona? Because if it was around, oh Jesus! Yes, this is hilarious to me. Yes.
13-year-old boy.
Yes. And hey, Wendy Lucas.
Hey, Wendy Lucas.
The fashion.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, they have. Oh, this is my cousin. He said, "Is housewife just a title? I mean, are there any real housewives in America anymore?" Oh, my cousin, he's very conscious.
Well, I mean, the girls on the Potomac are housewives besides Giselle and Robin.
And shout out to, I'm gonna have to shout him out. Now, this is not the cousin that made my theme song, but this cousin raps as well. Make sure you subscribe to him, contrary to most. He's from Milwaukee, so I don't know where Samaya is, but Samaya is my Milwaukee homie. We have another Milwaukee in the building. But yes, please make sure you subscribe to my cousin. I'm going to go ahead and share his page as well.
Put his link in the chat because I can submit it to a radio station.
And I got to call him by our family nickname, Naki. Can you please message me your link, or mods, if you can go to his page and put his link in the chat? Yes.
Because I can submit his music to a couple of radio stations I used to work at.
Yes. Precious said Karen came a long way, not 94.
Yeah.
Garcelle Beauvais, she's 54. So she's younger than Karen. Yeah, I knew she was old though.
I thought they said, wait, how old is Karen?
Karen is 58.
Is she?
Yeah, she's one of the oldest like housewives.
Karen doesn't look like the oldest housewife.
She had work done.
They all have had work done.
But Karen has had a lot of work. Oh, my cousin talked about you're so sweet. Yes, you know, I always got to represent my fam.
Damn, she is for 58.
Yes. And she had that work done. If she's 58, how old is Uncle Ben? That's what we need to know.
I think he's 68.
So I was so confused. Remember her parents were on there?
Mm-hmm.
And she said her parents were in their 70s. And I'm like, how old does she have? Well, I guess it makes sense. If she's in her 50s, her parents could be in their 70s. But it was just like, okay, what is going on here? But I used to always wonder how her parents, unless her parents had her at a young age. What you looking up? So damn.
Ray's age.
Uncle Ben, yes. Unless I'm going to drop my cousin's page in the chat. I wanted to get to the next topic though, but
Is Chi-Town coming up here?
Oh, Chi-Town Naja. I'm going to drop the link for you. I need you to come up. Chi-Town Nija, if you are here, she just
Ray is 74.
He's 74. And Chi-Town, I'm gonna look for my cousin's page, and I'm gonna drop the link. Contrary. So Chi-Town, we are looking for you to join us because our next topic deals with Mr. Robert Kelly. So if you can join, yes, Aviel posted the his link. Thank you, Aviel. Thank you. But Chi-Town, we are about to talk about R. Kelly. That's the last topic of the show. I'm glad. I feel good letting the show go past an hour because usually I'd be like,
you'd be like, okay, it was a bit of an hour, y'all. We'll see y'all tomorrow or the next time.
But no, this feels good. No, I love chatting it up with everybody. This is like really, really fun. So I'm gonna pin my cousin's channel to the live. What you laughing at?
Busy is so trifling because he gonna play the damn thing. They done cut his video off.
Oh my goodness. So I'm gonna pin it and I'm gonna go to the other topics on the show.
You have more topics?
R. Kelly.
Oh, okay. I was like,
R. Kelly. So Chi-Town, are you coming up, ma'am? Because I done dropped the link.
We can talk about what we haven't touched. She gets up here though.
Who? We
can talk about the stuff that we haven't touched. She comes up here.
What else did we not touch?
No, the topic's about R. Kelly before she tells.
Oh yeah. So Selena Johnson.
Yes.
Feels like he should go to an insane asylum.
She should go to an insane asylum.
Selena
Johnson.
Why?
He should, because he needs to go to jail. He needs to be locked up and never let out again. He doesn't need help. It's too late. He's too old for help.
Mm-hmm.
And he should have did that with Aaliyah or the one that he peed on. He's almost 107 years old now. Lock him up.
He needs to go to prison. Yes, yeah. I agree.
No other options.
Selena Johnson. I mean, it does seem like a mental thing too. If he goes,
okay, but you can't fix some old man at this point. He needs to
go to an insane asylum. I want him in a padded room in a straitjacket.
I want him to go to jail and go to the programs on the weekends.
The programs on the weekends. So my feels flushed.
And he needs to still be confined to those places on the weekends to get help. But I mean, why? I mean, honestly, if he gets help, then do we bring him back out?
Oh, and yes, Ray is 16 years older than Karen.
Yeah, he's 74. We said that.
So do you look at it as Selena Johnson defending him?
I did.
Young Rich says.
Because he was one of her mentors, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, you are correct.
So it's almost like one of those people who are, I'm trying to think of the words I want to say. Like those people who go back to the person who has
Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
And she should be quiet before we find out, did she traffic some girls over there?
Yes. Cardi B said Selena was not the worst on the Fox. So Claudia Jordan was worse.
Well, I wonder what Claudia Jordan said.
Hey, Chi-Town Naja girl.
Hey.
So I want you to speak on your experiences with Mr. Robert Kelly, the R.
Okay. Can y'all hear me? Because I got my earbud in.
We can hear you very well.
Okay. All right. Well, I was born and raised in Chicago back in 19... And I know a lot about R. Kelly. I actually have a couple of friends that are actually victims of R. Kelly's situation. We'll say that. Mm-hmm. When I was growing up, R. Kelly used to throw a lot of parties. I'm talking about a lot. It was this thing. It's kind of like if you all are around my age, you heard of the Freaknik?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, we had this thing, and Chicago, similar to the Freaknik, but right around when the song, that album came out that he had Summer Bunny on, he decided to start having Summer Bunny picnics. So you will go on the east side where our beach was, or on the lakefront, which is Lake Michigan, and he will have these parties. Now, can y'all see me?
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't. Okay, because I didn't hear.
You're frozen now.
You froze, but we can hear you.
Okay, hold on. I hit something on my phone. Hold on.
And why are you doing that? Can you tell us, were there like bouncy houses? Was it like a little playground?
Well, I can, while she gets her camera together, because I've touched on this a little bit.
Okay, together.
But growing up, and I'm gonna say this real quick, growing up in Milwaukee, because Milwaukee is 90 miles from Chicago, really an hour and a half.
I was about to say, yeah.
Yeah, from Chicago. Growing up, I had friends that were from Chicago, because most of the people in Milwaukee, especially Black people, are from Chicago, that would invite me on trips to go to Chicago. And they would say, at this time, we knew R. Kelly messed with young girls, but for some reason it wasn't frowned upon back in the 90s. They didn't make a big fuss about it. So I'm 11 years old. I have a friend inviting me to go to hang out at a McDonald's. From what I understood, he would hang out at the middle school versus the high school. But they were inviting me to go with him, come in his limo, and it was just a party. They never talked about the sex part. It was always just a party. Being 11, I didn't even think about sex. All I thought about was, I'm gonna get in a limo. I'm gonna get to hang with R. Kelly. This was around the time when the Bump and Grind remix came out. So thank God with that particular trip, I did not go, because that was also around the time that he married Aaliyah and all that stuff was coming out. So we were looking at him funny. I really wish at that time Aaliyah's parents would have harped more on the fact that he married their daughter secretly, because had they have said that, they would have saved a lot of victims at that time. So those are my thoughts on that.
You think so, though?
Yes. If they would have said, because this was the thing, the marriage, some people didn't know it was really real until after she died, because they had it annulled. They didn't want to talk about it. So at the time, the marriage was a rumor in the 90s. I don't know if you remember.
It wasn't a rumor.
I remember that.
But that's the way that it was being presented to the masses, that it was a rumor. Now, I knew that they got married for real, but the parents were trying to say that it was an annulment. They were trying to say that it never happened. They were trying to clean up her image versus really protecting victims. So had they have really just put it out there like, hey, this man took advantage of our daughter and tried to marry her, and she was pregnant or whatever, that would have saved a lot of women back then.
But he pays them off, though, right?
Allegedly. I'm gonna let Queen Naj.
Okay, yeah, because I got so much to say, but go
ahead. Okay, so we used to go to these picnics. Okay, you could just drive up, but they had it was not gated off, but they had these things that they used to call horses, but they were, you know what I'm talking about? They were like little police horse, but not, okay. They used to block it off with that. And you were supposed to be 18 and older. Well, I was 16. And my cousins and then were like 7, we were all, legally able to drive. So we drove ourselves there or whatever. And girls would have on little short shorts, bikini tops, wilding out. And you have these grown men there trying to, dance with you, rub up on you, get you to drink alcohol, everything. Well, R. Kelly's camp would actually pick out, the girls or whatever that he was interested in. And then they would put them in the limo and take them back to his condo, which was on downtown, which was not far from the lakefront where the everything was set up. And his apartment was on one end, and 2 floors under him was the En Vogue ladies. Okay, so several people saw these young girls coming into these apartments with these grown men.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's number one. Now, when Candy was talking about she heard that he was picking up kids from the middle schools.
Mm-hmm.
Chicago didn't have middle schools. Our education system went from back then. It went from kindergarten to 8th grade and then high school. What it was if you were in 9th, 10th, 9th, 10th, 11th to 12th grades, they had separate buildings, but you were still on the same campus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he will go up to the school called Whitney Young High School. You all can Google it. Whitney Young High School, and also with High Park.
Mm-hmm.
Those were on the side of town, to give you all some landing marks where Obama used to live.
Mm-hmm.
And mostly like you have to be really smart to go there, but it wasn't a private school, but you had to be, pretty smart to get, go there, or your people had a little bit of money.
Mm-hmm.
He used to pull up in his limousine, pick up these girls. Now teachers had to do teachers and principals had to do like what they called guard, and they would come out at the end of the day, and they would have assignments where they would have to stand and make sure the campus was cleared off. So they saw these grown men getting out these limos, pointing, picking up these young ladies and putting them in the limos.
Mm-hmm.
But all you had to do was, if anyone started to ask questions, give those teachers or whoever a couple of dollars, and they're gone about their business or turn a blind eye.
Wow.
Now, before R. Kelly's mother passed away, she knew what was going on because she used to be at IHOP with him at 11, 12 o'clock at night. Him, his brothers, and a couple of his other entourage be sitting there, and he would pick up girls in IHOP.
Mm.
And my friends and I were sitting in there one day when he was trying to pick up one of my friends while we were there, and his mother was there. So a lot of people knew that this was going on, but they turned a blind eye because Kelly had all the money, was buying them things, taking them places that they had never been. Going back to the Summer Bunny picnic, Aaliyah was there. Her parents were there.
What?
Was that when she wore the Tommy Hilfiger tube top? Because I saw. Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. So if people knew that these things were going on, they would just turn a blind eye. A lot of people got paid off. Now that he's gotten caught, and he sees that he's not getting out or getting away from this, now he wants to snitch on everybody else.
I heard that.
He's about to take a lot of people down with him.
He should. So we want to know who all of them are.
Well, then somebody needs to forewarn Beyonce.
What? Why does Beyonce have to be?
All right, let me go ahead and log off.
Wait a minute. I am a part of.
What's going on here?
What's going on with Beyonce?
Jay-Z was dating young girls.
Oh, well, let Jay-Z can go. We're not going to.
Well, we know Beyonce was young when they started.
Exactly, when they started dating.
Okay, well, he can go.
Jay-Z, Jermaine Dupri, Puffy.
Yeah.
For Jermaine Dupri,
I know that.
For Jermaine Dupri, was it boys or girls?
What you think?
Well, you heard the story that Usher told, though. You did hear that, right?
Oh, yeah.
So we knew that's not a shocker.
What about Aaron Hall? I do want to know about this.
Some things went on. I was told that things went on with Aaron Hall on tour.
Oh, and Aviel is reminding me that the allegedly banned.
You're just not gonna remind her. But you also have to remember when I think it was Jagged Edge, 112, and all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I thought they were the same age as Destiny Child, though.
They were a little bit older.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were a little bit older. And unfortunately, one of my friends was engaging with one of them. I have a friend now, childhood friend now, was actually in some things with R. Kelly, and also his brother. And she is in the one of the girls is in the and one of the girls that I know is in the documentary. I won't, reveal her name, but yeah.
Wow. Queen Murray said, did anyone remember when Nick Cannon said Jay-Z bragged about having a threesome with Kelly and Beyonce? So they must all be infected.
I don't remember that, but I'm not. None of that surprises me. I thought you said about Beyonce was children. I'm like, wait, Beyonce, wait, what's going on?
What happened? Some of these girls were pregnant by him as well, but he would take them to Planned Parenthood. He would take them to Planned Parenthood to have abortions.
She said Kelly.
Beyonce was on what with R. Kelly and what?
Not Kelly Rowland.
I can't see the chat, so if somebody got questions, y'all gotta tell me.
Queen Mermaid was asking, did we remember that somebody was saying that R. Kelly and Jay-Z was having a threesome with Beyonce allegedly. Nick Cannon said that. I don't. Where did Nick Cannon say this at?
Nick Cannon actually knows a lot.
I'm sure.
And has been knowing a lot for some time. Nick Cannon, Usher.
See, I look at
what's the girl's name that used to be in I'm trying to think her name in Destiny's Child, LaToya.
Or
Latavia.
Latavia. She knows a whole lot.
Marsha is saying exactly what I said like a few weeks ago. She said, I'm not saying this is right, but back in the day, and I'm the same age as Beyonce, dating an older man was a thing. Unfortunately, I dated a man 5 years older when I was 15. And I tried to tell you this, so Deb, back in the 90s.
Well, I know that.
Well, y'all was shooting me down when I was trying to say
it still wasn't right. I knew that it was normal. I wasn't
saying that it was right, but I was saying that it happened. It was more accepted, and at that time, a lot of young girls were choosing to date older men.
But just because it was acceptable doesn't mean that it was right. And
no, I'm not.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. I know you're saying. I know you're not saying this right.
But don't you all think that these parents should be held accountable too? Because
the first part,
because with Aaliyah's parents, he paid them to, when it was time for him to go to trial the first time in Chicago, he paid them off and sent them to another country, so they could not even be served.
Wait, who did that? He
did that to Aaliyah's parents.
But I think that the first step is at getting the predators, and then after the predators are, where they're at, where they need to go, then getting the people who are responsible, who let these children go over there. But and these people think they're going to get away with it. I don't think that anyone's going to get away with it. But we have to get the predators off the streets first.
Yes.
Do you all remember? I think his name is Daryl. I can't remember if his name is. I know his first name is Daryl. I can't remember his last name is Daryl Jackson or Johnson.
Derek Jackson.
Daryl.
Daryl. Who is Daryl?
What's he from?
He was supposed to be a crisis manager, quote unquote, crisis manager for R. Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
He is now facing charges in Houston, here in Texas. And that's why he could not show up for R. Kelly's trial in New York that he just got convicted of. He just got charged for theft and fraud. He's in the loop of all this too.
So, and my cousin,
what is it?
He said, y'all mentioned fixing earlier. Can anybody be fixed anymore in regards to transgressing in American society? Do we believe in redemption, or do we believe in one and done society?
I think
R. Kelly, can I say this?
Yeah,
I want to say R. Kelly is not one and done. R. Kelly had a pattern of messing with younger women. It's one thing to be a man or a young man. Let's say we have a man that was in his early 20s that messed with one girl and went to prison for that, and then decided, okay, I'm not doing that anymore. I've learned. No, R. Kelly continued the pattern of hurting a lot of women, and where it became an enterprise, which is why he was charged for racketeering for RICO. He had a whole enterprise of people getting him girls. So it's a difference. It is case by case. And in America, anybody is innocent until proven guilty. Everybody is a case, meaning everybody's situation is different. And so I'm not going to sit here and lump every predator into a category because one person may have made a mistake versus another person repeating it. That's not a mistake. You're choosing the behavior. It's wrong, but you're choosing to do it and getting away with it. So that's my answer to that.
Because R. Kelly was still trying to say that he was innocent until he saw that he wasn't getting off. He didn't get off on this last charge, and he knows he's not going to get off on that charge in Illinois as well. So it took for him to now want to rat on everybody else because he was still claiming to be innocent.
Yes.
Well, I think that in R. Kelly's mind, he thought that he was because, again, this happened to him, right? But and mentally, he probably didn't think anything was wrong with it. So I do get the part where they want to get him help, but he's 54. You can't reprogram a 54-year-old man to the point where he's actually be able to go back into society and fix his wrongdoings, especially when he's had stables of young girls in different cities. It wasn't like he had 1, 2, 3. He's had many of women in different places. There's no fixing that. There's so much reprogramming you have to do for that. He needs to just go to jail.
He does.
And he needs to never get out again. Because if he comes back out, he's going to do it again. He's going to feel like he got away with it.
Yeah, I agree.
I know everybody doesn't agree with this either, but I think Drea owns some responsibility in this as well.
This is why I struggle.
I agree.
I knew you were coming.
I just don't feel like I feel like she was trapped like the rest of these girls. I don't know. In my brain, and I don't even know why I feel this way because I don't have like a special place for her in my heart or anything. But from the story that she told, I feel like he kept her in a room where she didn't know anything. Yes, she may have heard other women in the room. I don't know if she knew the ages of these women though.
She saw them. She saw, although they were in different rooms, they still came across each other's paths from time to time.
But when she told the story, she said that she never.
Age or not, she's married to him. So why does he even have women there when they're married?
Exactly.
They had an open relationship.
No.
I mean, that's almost a normal thing now at this point.
No, it is not.
You gotta check these streets, especially in Atlanta. It's a very open.
First of all, y'all, they were in the same house, room to room. Them walls were not soundproof. Some of them girls were virgins.
Let me say this: I'm definitely not making excuses for her. I just don't know if she wasn't more confined than everyone else. From the story that she told, she could have been. I'm just saying
read Young Rich's comment.
She said I didn't see that part. I want to read the rest. I didn't see that part. I didn't hear that part either.
Yes, Young Rich is correct. I got my iPad next to me now. Yeah, that did happen.
I didn't hear that part. So I mean,
she said that several times.
She should go to.
And then not only that, what about when they went on tour? Because he took some of those young ladies with him on tour, and Drea was on tour with him because remember, she was his backup dancer.
Right. I thought from what I thought, maybe because there was so many stories going on, I felt like what she was saying was the entire time she was locked up until she had to go to work, and then they put her back into the room.
No.
Now, if that's not true, then I agree.
No. What room was she locked up in on this tour bus? What room? The toilet?
I don't think I was even thinking of that. Honestly, I don't think I was thinking that.
And then you have a whole bunch of grown people on these tour buses, and then you have these 14-year-old girls. Isn't that a little odd, a little strange? And what parent allows their kids to go alone, even at 14, if you're trying to become a star? What a parent allows their children to go alone?
But there
with
was many
grown
parents
men?
allowing their children to go on these trips. Obviously, we're looking at it.
It's strange.
But I mean,
That's because money was exchanged. That's because money was exchanged, and also because R. Kelly's attorney at that time made them sign agreements. So but what parent in their right mind? Well, what parent in their right mind would do that?
But I was even wondering about, there was the one, I don't remember I can't think of their names, but there was another girl that was saying kind of the same story, and I was like, why would you even come on here and even say this? Because you are part of the problem. Now, I never heard this part from Drea, but if y'all, I mean, she needs to go too.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
I agree. I did not know that. I didn't know that.
Right. So what are y'all final thoughts? I know, so Deb, you have a show in like 25 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I got a mic.
Yeah. What are y'all final thoughts on everything that we've talked about today?
Candiace needs to be locked up with R. Kelly. I'm not here for the game reboot at all. I don't think that the Brands should be rebooted. Candiace needs to be off of Real Housewives of Potomac. She is a tragedy to the human race. She needs therapy. And with R. Kelly, there's Selena Johnson. I'm side-eyeing her. Like, did you help too?
She's strange. She's always been strange.
Well, we need to be questioning her. Then what part does she play in this right at this point, in my eyes? Because I don't feel like you're taking up for this, doing this.
And where did Chi-Town just disappeared?
She knew more than I knew, and I'm up here going off for Andrea Kelly, and I didn't even know what I just found out. So I feel like everyone who takes up for him should be side-eyed.
Right.
R. Kelly needs to be locked the F up. I think that I won't even say that. R. Kelly needs to be locked up. Underneath the jail, he should never, ever, ever be allowed to see Earth outside of that jail cell again.
Right. I agree. So I don't know where Chi-Town Naja girl went. She just disappeared. Maybe her phone died. But my final thoughts, I want the game to come back. I think it'll be good. I don't want the Braxtons to come back. With R. Kelly, lock him up under the jail. He does not need to go to an insane asylum or whatever Selena Johnson was saying. He's a very disgusting man, and I'm glad that he's been taken off of YouTube. I'm glad.
We didn't talk about that, did we?
I know.
But congratulations to YouTube for finally taking someone off of YouTube that needs to be off of YouTube.
Right. So thank you all for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe to the Candy Shop. Also subscribe to So Debonair. Again, this was Champagne and Things. I'm going to go ahead and sign off because I don't think Chi-Town Naja Girl is coming back. But catch So Debonair at 10 p.m. in the next 20 minutes for his game night. Thank you all.
Bye, y'all.
Bye-bye. I'm going to play my little theme song.
But I want to welcome everybody to my channel, The Candy Shop. I am so excited. The Candy Shop.